everybody, Dan here back again with another episode. I hope you like my new intro. I'll tell you what, going through there, doing all the editing and adding all those photos really made me realize that, over the years of working with animals, I've really accomplished a lot with breeding. Not to sound arrogant or anything, but it just even kind of surprised myself because there's a lot of things that I forgot about as I went through some of those older photos even. And of course, there's a lot more prior to the day of cameras and videos and that sort of thing. So that was kind of cool. But anyway, this week I want to highlight Yellowtail Cribos. Now this is my male, and I featured him just briefly in one of my other videos. And at that time I had stated that I felt that I could share some husbandry advice, but I hadn't really bred them, so I didn't feel like I was an authority. Well, this year, 2015, things have changed a little bit. So I figured, you know what, let me go ahead and highlight these guys. So this is my male Yellowtail Cribo. He's not quite full grown yet. And I got a group of unrelated babies in 2012. So this guy is not quite 4 years old. He's about 3.5 years old. He still has some growing to do. This Drymarchon genus, the yellowtails get pretty big, one of the biggest in the genus, so he still has some growing to do, which is pretty cool. I feed these guys twice a week, and I feed them a varied diet. I give them quail, chicks, frog legs, and of course rodents, even frozen thawed chicken hearts, which is pretty interesting to watch them gobble those things down, by the 10s or 20s at a time because they're so small. But I feel that the varied diet has a lot to do with animals getting this really muscular look to them. Now, feeding them rodents is okay just as a consistent diet, but I noticed that with these snakes and just about all the other snakes, if you can get them to eat a mixed diet, it really shows. And of course, it must be pretty cool for the animals because, just like us, we don't like to eat the same thing over and over and over again, so it's probably kind of boring. So anyway, I vary the diet. They don't like things too warm, so usually if I keep them in this snake room, I'll keep them down towards the bottom where it's a little bit cooler. If things get a little bit too warm, I might move them into the house if it's, like an extreme heat wave or something like that. Here in Southern California, we do get some pretty warm days. But anyway, they can be temperamental for holding. I've seen some others that were really darn defensive and some pretty aggressive. I've seen some keepers kind of getting chased around the room by some of the bigger ones. I don't hold these guys that much, but when I do, I use the hook to get them out because they have a really strong feeding response, and I pull them out, and I'm just kind of deliberate the way I hold them. I'm just kind of, I'm very deliberate in handling them, and I'm kind of just letting them know that, hey, I'm going to take you out for a handling session. It's not going to be so bad. And I just kind of show it with my confidence the way I take them out and just be real gentle. So my particular pair is fine for handling. Now, occasionally, if you come at them wrong when you're pulling them out of the cage, they will, they flip their switch and they can be pretty defensive. But for the most part, this is how these guys are most of the time, at least my pair anyway. So for those of you that are probably curious, want to see the female, I'm going to bring her out next and put this guy away. And to get the length, he's probably about 6 feet. A very heavy, very girthy animal. All right, let's get on to the girl. So this is the female. Unfortunately, she's in blue, so she's not going to be showing her nice yellow tail at its peak. But at least this way you get kind of a, for size reference on the size potential of these guys. So the females are a little bit smaller, the males get bigger in this particular species, and like I said before, they do still have some growing to do, but pretty cool animals. I really like them. Really enjoying these guys. I raised them from babies, unrelated. I got a group of 8. I got 4.4 in 2012. They were from 2 different clutches, raised them up, and I kept the nicest male and the nicest female, of course, unrelated to each other. And that was the pair that I raised up. And the rest I sold off at that time. So anyway, moving on. So this is where we get to the good stuff. These Yellowtail Cribo eggs were laid on March 14th. They started pipping on day 92, and today I believe is day 95. These guys are really cool. They are so beautiful. Now the Yellowtail Cribo babies usually don't have a yellow tail. That usually comes in after some time. Now it looks to me like all these eggs have hatched. Maybe not this one yet. The others have already. There should be, I think, 7 in here. They're gonna start blowing out of this box. Some of them are a bit defensive, which is normal because that's the way these baby snakes are. But I'm gonna put the lid on here so they don't get away from me here. But look at that. That is so awesome. Nice, big, chunky babies. And they'll grow pretty fast. Once they start feeding, they're kind of off and running. Now, this is just half of the clutch. I got 16 eggs. So I'm expecting probably about at least half of these babies are going to start feeding straight away on unscented pinkies. But I definitely am expecting to have to play the game on a few of the others. There's lots of tricks. I've never bred these before, but I have worked with fresh babies in a group. And there's, watch it. Curiosity killed the cat. You can scent pinkies with tuna fish water, with chicks with lizard scent, all sorts of different things. I know all the tricks, and I'll definitely be able to make it work. So anyway, I wanted to show you this. Really proud of these. These are really cool. Really stoked to have finally been successful with the clutch. So there they are, Yellowtail Cribos. So that's it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll continue highlighting species, as I kind of go through the breeding season and that. I still have some more eggs in the incubator, so I might highlight some of those animals as they also start to hatch. And, and I'll also promote some of the species that we're going to have at the upcoming expos. The show season is starting next month. July will be in San Diego, and then Pomona the month after, Anaheim the month after that. So, try to go ahead and highlight a lot of the stuff that I'm going to have on my table. Hope you guys enjoy that. Thank you again for watching. Keep subscribing, and you'll get all the updates. Thanks again. See you later.